I don't think Daniel Bwala has a moral justification to talk about this issue.
30 seconds, please.
Because this was the same Bwala that left the APC because there was a Muslim ticket. Why did he leave the APC because there was a Muslim ticket then? If not for the fact that it was not going to augur well, and for the fact that we had a lot of complaints on ground.
All right.
And his conviction there was that as a Christian. So the question we should ask him is that what changed?
Right, all right.
Secondly, that's a territorial battle going on. And that goes back to my point about extremism. That these people, they have sponsors, they have intent, they have ideology. In fact, a lot of them perpetrate crimes on Muslim sacred days. So if you say it's about the tenets of a religion, that's why I say, let's not go into the rabbit hole of pitting religion against each other. They perpetrate on Muslim sacred days.
Right.
And what they are doing now is fighting for supremacy.
Right. Meanwhile, presidential spokesman Daniel Bwala is intensifying his pushback against what he calls a false narrative of Christian genocide in Nigeria. Bwala, who has been making multiple global appearances to counter his characterization, appeared on our nightly news program Primetime to discuss the Tinubu administration's approach to insecurity and the diplomatic fallout following President Donald Trump's designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern for religious freedom violations. During the interview, Bwala defended the government's record, arguing that the Tinubu administration has made significant progress in tackling insecurity. He went further, claiming that the crime rate in Nigeria is actually less than the crime rate in the United States. Let's take a look.
What we call the fallacy of media generalization. And I'm saying that right now, given our present state, the crime rate in Nigeria is less than the crime rate in the United States of America. With all of the budget, the strongest economy and the strongest force in the world is a matter of context. You don't hear that in their news. We have our opinion about them. You see, gone are those days where our own story is told by others. Context is key in everything. We know the problems we are combating and we are faced up and we are working towards. But that is not to suggest as if we're an isolated country in this side of heaven that has a peculiar problem that they don't have. The United States of America has even the problem of understanding what democracy is. The other day, was it a 2 billion march that they said no king? Is that not a democratic country? I told you about the crime rate in America. Do you know the system? The government was shut down. Our government is not even shut down. You see, this continuous vituperations and repetition of word around corruption, bad governance, bribery, and the rest that they talk about. Which part of the world they don't have that?
Well, actually,
which part of the world they don't have this?
Wow. But I mean, Bwala's controversial argument claiming that insecurity is worse in the United States will definitely raise eyebrows both domestically and internationally. Critics will ask, are we really comparing gun violence in America with mass abduction, bandit attacks, and what many communities describe as religious persecution in Nigeria? Are these comparable situations? I mean, before I come to you, let me, highlight this in the meantime. Armed gunmen, disguised in military uniforms, carried out coordinated attacks on travelers in Kogi and Kwara states, leaving passengers shot, kidnapped and stranded along major highways. One of the attacks occurred early Monday morning on Kaba Okene Highway in Kogi State, where gunmen attacked a commercial bus. One of the passengers escaped. Here's his account of the incident.
Okay, now me escape, now me. They don't carry me enter bush. Fulani. One enter, wait till they call now. Army soldier, army uniform. Now only one. All of them, they be Fulani. They shoot this glass when no enter. Now they're going to use all those Fulani cutlass. They're going to cut and now here me I sit down. They rapid everybody inside motor. Now they're going to carry us go inside bush like this. Now like this they carry us enter. And they carry us enter bush like this. Now me, now I run. And they don't care all those people where they carry load.
Well, hours after the Kogi incident, terrorists opened fire on vehicles along the Ekuku-Egbe Road in Kwara State, forcing travelers to abandon their vehicles and flee into the bush for safety. The Monday attacks followed a deadly ambush on the Ayere-Kaba Road just the previous day, revealing a disturbing pattern of coordinated violence targeting commuters on routes linking two states. The use of military uniforms by the attackers represent a brazen impersonation of security forces, creating confusion among travelers and undermining public confidence in legitimate security personnel. I mean, there are 3 attacks in just 2 days, Bimbai, on the same corridor. This is not, just a random banditry, but systematic terrorism designed to paralyze movement and instill fear on commuters. The fact that criminals now brazenly wear military uniforms while the real military struggles to secure highway raises uncomfortable questions about intelligent failures and operation gaps. How many more Nigerians must be kidnapped or killed on our roads before our security agencies mount sustained operations to clear the death traps? Meanwhile, counterinsurgency group Zagazola Makama shared a video on X on Monday showing alleged intense clashes between Boko Haram and ISWAP fighters, according to the group, which has become a key source for tracking insurgent activity in the northeast. The battle resulted in over 100 casualties, with Boko Haram reportedly gaining the upper hand and overrunning several ISWAP camps. And then, Vimbai, I ask you this question again. The comparison that Daniel Bwala just made about the crime rate in Nigeria being less than the crime rate in America, it's like a slap in the face for many Nigerians. Like I have just highlighted at this moment. We're not talking about gun violence. We're talking about banditry. We're talking about serious terrorism where Boko Haram is in the waters right there, shooting and killing people. 100 as reported by Zagazola Makama just on Monday. Your thoughts?
As a media aide to the president of a nation, the most populous black nation on earth, I would have hoped that he would understand the fundamental distinction between crime and terrorism. So crime is something that is self-motivated. I see an opportunity to rob a bank, I rob a bank. I see somebody wealthy and I think that I can steal their necklace, I steal their necklace. It's an individually driven illegal act. Now, when we speak terrorism, we speak of ideology, we speak of doctrine, we speak of organized groups of people who are doing coordinated acts in order to achieve whatever their end goal is. Look at that exchange between ISWAP and Boko Haram. You can't compare that to crime. Those are organized groups of people, well-funded, well-armed, and now look at them. They're even well-equipped with logistics. They have boats, they have motorcycles, they have all manner of paraphernalia to enable this ideological movement, illegal ideological movement they're pushing. So to try and downplay that and reduce that to crime, it is a fundamentally flawed argument because intrinsically they are totally different things. Right. If you go to the United States, you will not see herdsmen with AK-47 terrorizing people who are trying to make a living off of their small plot of land to feed their families. Right. And then when it's time to legislate around restraining, the herders and the movement of animals and so forth, it is not a contentious issue in the United States Congress because there is a awareness that human beings have greater rights than animals. Right. That's why we talk about fundamental doctrine, ideological differences. Correct. Please, let's not compare apples and oranges. Absolutely.
Rufai, he also, though, reeled out to his defense, responding to President Trump's, was it called the rescue mission, that, the Tinubu administration has gained a lot after that tweet, and reeled out the numbers of this people that have been killed so far by our military forces.